Sawyer Reese.
Hi, good morning.
And we're going to talk about Malaysia. And we had 5 different major stops. We started in Singapore, then went right to first stop Malacca. I almost forgot that. And then Taman Negara, then Kuala Lumpur. Then we flew into Langkawi,
Penang,
Penang.
Georgetown.
Exactly. So Sawyer, shoot us off with maybe start with Malacca first, and then we can kind of go through each spot one by one, maybe.
So Taman Negara, it's
Malacca first. Let's do Malacca.
Malacca.
We had a really good hotel. I like the hotel a lot with that pool and
it's
gym.
a nice place, and I forgot that place. Something.
That we had that was what were those the Jonker Street and the food it was like a food place really known for food and remember Jonker Street was hot.
Summerscape Malacca.
Yes, we were at Summerscape. Yeah.
It's a really beautiful accommodation. It's so cheap, and the swimming pool is so nice.
Yeah.
So convenient to stay there.
And the other thing was that it had that A Famosa, which is an old fort back when the Dutch had conquered Malaysia because they really wanted the spice trade, and so it was a really famous city for the fact that they tried to control the spices. Since the Arabs had come over and destroyed Turkey, they had to figure out a way to get spices from Asia over to Europe without having to go through Muslim territory. So famous place. It wasn't my favorite overall, to be honest. Obviously, Sawyer's found it very forgettable. Besides the hotel, so I won't. It was good food. It was good street food. It was hot. It was kind of fun. There was some fortress stuff, but overall, it was a nice hotel.
Yeah.
Actually, all the hotels in Malaysia I find for the price extremely good. One of the best price for value ratio. Anyway, let's go to I know her favorite. If you want to jump right to it. Taman Negara, hit it off.
Okay, so about Taman Negara, the reason why we went there is because we want to see the very old forest in Asia. So we went there, and that place looks like isolated place. It's not a touristy area, but the accommodation is so cheap as well. Food is not good because I think it's hard to import and export good or product in that area because it's quite far from the big city. So we went there, and it's a Muslim country, so people doesn't eat pork. And we saw wild boar in the forest.
She got super close to one, literally 2 feet away.
I had a video of that.
Yeah, it was really crazy.
Not bad as I thought, because I thought it's a wild boar and it will harm you or something.
It was one of the coolest trips I'd ever been on. We had to wake up very early in the morning because it was really hot, and so we had to get up early so we wouldn't just fry. And then by the end of the day, we'd be so sweaty, and we'd jump in the river and swim in the river together. But I got bit by leeches, and she found one on my back, swimming its tail so happily. And it's like, Josh! And there are snakes.
Snakes.
It's the oldest rainforest in the world, I believe. I think it's 260 million years old. So
it's too old. Yeah.
It's really old. It's weird being there. You could for some of it's maintained trails, but we went off the trails obviously. And we heard a leopard slaughter this boar. It scared the living heck out of me. I started picking up tree branches, trying to make sure I had a weapon, and I kept hitting them. It kept being dry and shattering on me. And so I finally got a strong branch, ready to fight off this leopard if it ever jumped at me. Scared the crap out of me for sure. Having this, it just slaughtered this boar. It was terrifying. But looking back, it was a really funny story. Unforgettable experience. I'll remember that in my nightmares till the day I die of having fear being eaten by ourselves, nobody around, deep in the forest, just fearing for my life. I will never forget that.
That's really funny.
It was good times. It was actually a really good story. I'm actually happy it happened.
Yeah,
but.
and you really need to wake up so early. It's because in order for you to get to the forest, you need to ride in a small boat.
Yeah, getting a boat
Yeah,
across.
you can just go there and just go for a walk.
Lots of rivers. And then I did this stupid thing where Sawyer had it right. I wanted to do a night safari so that we'd see animals. We saw no animals, just eyes. All we could see is eyes. Shut the flashlight at these animals, and they ended up being like wild cat, and like that was one of our jokes that we had.
Ordinary cat.
It was an ordinary cat, and there was this like one lady. I swear to God, it was so funny. We were joking about that too. She was really funny on that. I made it more jokes. I felt embarrassed that I made her go on this stupid thing. But we kept like putting his flashlight trying to find this bird or something in this woman's house. It was like midnight, and we're like, oh God, like poor woman, like super high powered flashlight, like at this like woman's like bedroom window, trying to stop this bird. And I was like, oh God, what assholes are we?
It made me laugh.
Yeah, we had a lot of laughs. Wow,
There
that.
are a few tourists actually. When we went out the night safari, it's like my first time that it's not only you, a Western guide there. There are a few of them.
Yeah.
Like young people.
You cannot be there and be old. You would die if you were old there. The
Yeah.
trails are not maintained. It's not like good footing, and it's hot. So I don't think old people really want
It's
to go
really,
there.
really hot.
Yeah.
Like in Malaysia, it's like every day feels like sauna.
Yeah.
It's so hot.
Yeah, I left at the end of March, like 1st of April. I'm like, I can't. I was gonna go to Thailand and then like Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos. I'm like, F this. This is way too hot. Go to Europe for the summer. So I went to Greece right after. But anyway, you done with the Town of Guard? Do you want to talk to the next stop? Kuala Lumpur, or do you want to?
Kuala Lumpur at Semenigara. Yeah, Kuala Lumpur.
Jump to Kuala Lumpur. What do you think about Kuala Lumpur? Forgettable
I've been
too?
there twice. I don't
Okay.
forget, but it's because I don't like, and I don't like the big city actually. But I like the place that we stayed.
Oh, it
That
was a great place.
Yeah.
Really
It's
good
facing
view.
to the big city, and you can see the Minara Tower. that
Oh
we
God,
We
yeah.
argue about it, and you don't believe me. It's the Minara Tower.
KL Tower,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Yeah.
The matzo ball, the
The
matzo
sky
ball tower.
pool. There's the sky.
There's a sky. That pool is
Yeah.
so cool. So you got this rooftop pool
You'll
facing
get
the
whole view, yeah.
Petronas Towers, the KL, whatever, Menorah Tower. And yeah, we just kept drinking beer, going to the infinity pool, and sauna. Made me very happy. I liked it. We saw our friend Mike was there, so we met with Mike. And the mall is really cool. It's a big ass mall.
Yeah.
Batu Caves are pretty. They repainted
Batu
it.
Caves, yeah.
They repainted it
There's
recently, so it's
the
really
Indian
pretty.
temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of monkeys. Yeah.
And the waterfalls, you met some girls at the waterfall were talking the whole time, and I kept going up because
I was flirting with the girls because I like girls.
yeah.
So yeah, but it was fun. Since I've been there before, nothing's new. And Kuala Lumpur, foods are good actually.
I think Malaysia's got amazing food for the price.
Yeah, but I think being as a Filipina, I'm so proud of my country, Philippines, is because we do have the best malls, much better than
I
any
disagree.
other Asian country.
I think that Kuala Lumpur, well, Philippines is amazing malls.
Philippines is a big one. Kuala Lumpur also is nice, but not
They
like
got a roller
Philippines.
coaster. They have a roller coaster inside.
I know, but Philippines is still nice.
Philippines has amazing malls.
Yeah,
I'll give Philippines
it's
credit.
nice.
But yeah, this mall, like in Kuala Lumpur, I think that's the best mall I've ever been to. Just because there's like 4 different wings of this thing. There's archery, there's bowling, there's like mystery death rooms, like everything you could possibly imagine they have there, and they've got like literally like a fifth of 1/4 of a section is dedicated to this amusement park that has like roller coasters and things inside the effing mall. Is mind-boggling. It's freaking mind-boggling how crazy it is. It's huge. Anyway, But I'm with you. I'm not the biggest fan of Kuala Lumpur. I think it's too big, too city like. But I do love our accommodation. I loved almost all of our accommodation. That was like the one thing about Malaysia. It's probably my favorite thing is good cheap rent for amazing accommodation and the food.
Yeah.
Next up, Langkawi. What do you think of Langkawi?
Langkawi. I think that's the most favorite part that I like. And
More than Taman Negara?
Taman Negara, but I like it, but I like Langkawi too.
Yeah.
Because that's where I feel like we start, the activity
Okay.
every day. The cable car.
Yeah.
I got so scared. I felt like my heart skips a bit. It's because it's too high. And in Langkawi, I forgot what you call that bridge. Langkawi Bridge. It's
Okay.
so
Were you more
high.
scared of that cable car or Sentosa cable car?
In Langkawi.
Okay.
Yeah. In Sentosa, it's okay because I can see the city lights. I'm not afraid. But in Langkawi, oh my God, I feel like
We were high. Yeah, we were high.
so high, and I got so scared. It's like it's going up in the mountain. Imagine it's just the
When it
road.
moved some, that was what I
Yeah.
thinking. Like the wind kind of moved it some, which made it freak
Yeah.
out more.
Yeah.
I liked Langkawi, yeah, but I thought it was overpriced. It started getting really hot. I think that's what thing. The food was great. That one
Yeah,
fish
I
restaurant.
love the
Oh
food.
my god, yeah. And then
Langkawi, it's more in seafood.
Yeah.
It's nice to go to a country that they have something to offer about food.
and no import tax on alcohol. No import because usually Malaysia, one problem is a Muslim country, like she said, and so the alcohol happens to be taxed very heavily. But Langkawi, for whatever reason, because it's kind of a little more in the distance in the island, close to Thailand, no alcohol tax, like no import tax stuff.
And
So
it's cheap.
way cheaper alcohol. Like it got like the cost. I forget exactly, but it was like half the cost, like a third of the cost. So I was like, what? Like, is this? I was thinking like you should just go there and pick up a bunch of beer and alcohol and just go back. 'Cause it's only like a 2.5 hour ferry.
Yeah.
Well, the ferry isn't that long. So we took the ferry. Then we landed in Georgetown, which was our last stop.
Yeah.
What do you think of Georgetown?
Georgetown. I think that's touristy area.
Very touristy.
Georgetown.
Very touristy.
Like everywhere is like you could see almost like 80% of Western than locals, like bars. And I made
We
friends.
invade.
Yeah, I made friends there.
Yeah, there was a lot more
And
than
then
normal.
I won't forget that in Georgetown.
Oh, that
there was this guy,
Oh,
his
yeah.
black guy. So I think he likes me because when I was alone, he's trying to talk to me, but of course I don't really like men. I like to flirt with girls, and I don't like men. So I don't like to have a boyfriend because I don't like men. But of course I love my best friend. And so that guy is like overacting, and I went out because he's waiting for me outside, and then I was like, excuse me, and then I just want to pass, 'cause I want to go out, and then he's overacting like, hey, why did you touch my ass? I'm like, no, I wasn't touching your ass. I was about to go out, and he started yelling and screaming
He
at
went
me with
nuts.
this tall black guy. I was like, seriously? I was like, I'm not touching your ass. And then his friend started choking him.
I think his friends was like felt sympathy because this guy's obnoxious and he's a big black, buff, big guy, and she's a small Asian woman.
And I thought you're a friend. You didn't help me.
Okay, first off, I walked back in. I walked back. Shut up! I walked back in, and like I'm like talk. So I put the guy on the shoulder, and he looked at me. He's like, I don't give an F who like if this is your boyfriend or whatever or not. And then some other friend walked in and got in front of me, and I was like, oh Jesus! This guy had friends there, and so now I'm trying to talk to the other friend of his. They're like figure out what the heck had happened. like why she grabbed his ass.
How was he grabbing his
So I'm trying to talk to this other friend, trying to figure this stuff out, and I realized that I'm greatly outnumbered to this guy. Not much of this one black guy was really freaking big. He'd kick my ass easily, to be honest. But then he's got friends. But luckily, one of his friends took mercy on this little cutie pie and literally choked his, like went out and choked him. I was like, all right, look at the heck out of here, Sawyer. Let's go. So worked out, but it's kind of funny. But yeah, she was kind of upset. I was like, Sawyer, what could have possibly gone better? Like what you know, we would have gotten our asses kicked. If we even won, we would have gotten thrown in jail. This worked out like so well.
Because I want to fight with him. I don't care if I'm short. And I was like, Josh, you didn't help me. I'm going back there.
Oh yeah, I'm like, no, we're not going back there.
We're not going back there. I got crazy. I just want to punch him.
Yeah,
I want to punch his face even if it's taller than me. Like overacting, like so overacting. I was like, I did not. I wasn't grabbing his ass.
I think what happened is he was backing up into you and you put your hands out.
He just mad at me. It's because he felt like I'm ignoring him or something.
Yeah, I agree with
like
that.
I'm being rude. That even on Facebook, I don't really chat people. I don't talk to people. I don't talk to men. Just few of them.
Yeah.
Lucky if I reply, but you know.
So that was that. But it's also a lot of good art community. Let's go back on the
cooking class, like there's always like cooking class.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
I do have like the girl. She follows me on Instagram. She invited us, to go for cooking.
Yeah, we met a lot of good people out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of art there, a lot of good food. I stayed an extra week out there because she flew back to Philippines and I was gonna go through Thailand and stuff, and I'm like really debating it, and it was like a song, like she said. So I went off to Europe, Greece, but then then the heat wave caught up there. But regardless, what are your final thoughts, Malaysia?
My final thought about it is I used to say like, okay, it's a nice place, beautiful, but I love the government in Malaysia. It's because people follow the law. Then it's not so traffic as I thought, like Philippines, and it's some of them are not really accommodating. That's because we don't get a chance to talk to them, but very friendly.
Yeah.
They always smile, and I feel safe. It's so safe.
What would you give it review 1 through 10?
I give them at least 9.
I give it less. I give it a 7.
Aww.
It was really hot. I get that it's hot in a lot of places. Little too much trash, a little too much of a city feel for me. I feel like some of the I like to drink more. I feel like the alcohol tax is kind of obnoxious.
Okay.
But I liked it overall. I guess for me, I missed a little more like into Thailand. I guess I got a little more bored. I think of just but great accommodation. Maybe I'm right. I'll give it 8, 7 or 8, 7 or 8. I might give it a little higher.
It's okay. It's because we're different, so you have your own opinion.
Why do you give it a 9?
I don't drink alcohol, so I'm happy that Muslim people really have discipline to themselves versus Filipino people. So I'm happy, and the weather is uncontrollable. So I don't want to give a comment about it.
I judge countries by its weather.
I give 9 for the million years.
The rain. Okay, you're right. That jumped me up. That rainforest. I'll go to 8, maybe. Yeah. I'll go to an 8.
I go 9 for that.
All right.
Langkawi.
Well, that is travel review with Josh and Sawyer, and let's do we'll do another one sometime soon because we travel a lot together. All right, guys, take care, and
all right.
We're tuning out. Bye. See you later.